Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings that are just basically general readings of what do you need to know right now. We're using the Lepus Tarot and the Elder Futhark on smoky quartz crystals. And how are you? It's just things are going on. It's right now when I'm recording this is May. And the leaves are out and it looks really good. I'm sure you're going into winter in the southern hemisphere. But anyway, let's just see what we need to know the most. When I drew a rune to see what we were going to do this about, I got nauthiz-reversed, which is need. And nauthiz is need, and then nauthiz-reversed is either tending to inner needs or basically dropping everything and tending to the needs that need to be tended to. So I have 4 cards here from the Lepus Tarot. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4. Feel into the cards. One or more of these will have a message for you about what you need to know the most right now. I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you at the readings. Bye! Hello, card number 1, people. So let's get started with turning this card and seeing what this is going to start to be about. We have the Ace of Wands. So you are going to be starting something very exciting that has to do with expressing your will in the world, just basically the fire of creation. It's very exciting. So let's get some runes down and see what there is to see about this. I'm going to lay down the entire reading and then we will... Oh, look at that. Yeah, definitely you're crossing a threshold in this. And I can see why. Oh my gosh. I love these. I love these. I love them. This is great. I'm wishing that this was my reading that I chose. Maybe years from now I'll come back and I'll pick this one by accident. We have, that's blank, so it doesn't matter if I turn it or not. Okay, very nice, very nice. I would have expected this to be upright, but that's okay too. Right, central issue for you, card number 1, people. We have Thurizaz. Thurizaz is the rune of the Thorn, the Giant, the Gateway. It's the challenge. It's the challenge rune. And it is upright, so it's like an open door. This is something that you do need to psych yourself up to step through, but it's something that you're just going to do it. It's there for you, and the door is open. So it's just basically going to take taking that deep breath and stepping through. Now, the one that you can hardly see, I don't know if this came from another rune set or whether this was on purpose put into this rune set of smoky quartz. But this is Vunyo. It's the rune of you can't even see. It's even harder to see on my hand. It's the rune of joy. It is reversed on the path line leading up to this one. I'm wondering if this is smoky quartz and we just happen to get a really clear one, but it works really well being Vunyo, which is the rune of joy. Like, it's the only one that's in the totally clear crystal. Anyway, leading up to this moment, you just haven't... a couple things. It's reversed in the leading up spot. So you have been feeling a bit discontented where you were, and now you're looking through the door of the things that you want to actually step through and start doing, which is expressing your will in the world, whether this is creatively or whether this is just living creatively. But you're basically, leading up to this, you were feeling discontented about things. You were like not as happy as you'd like to. You were sort of looking inward and sort of reaching in and grabbing that inner joy to bring through, which is what you're going to be doing moving forward on this. So here we are. We're facing the open door. What is going to help you is begin. That's all there is to it. Just begin. And that's what this is requiring. It's an open door, but you do have to psych yourself up to go through it. We have Berkana, which is the rune of the birch tree. This has to do with beginnings and birth. And so that's basically all there is to it. You just... The hardest thing is to begin, and so just begin it. Like, let yourself take that first step. Do it by accident if you have to, but just let yourself take that first step. Begin it, and once you've begun it, then everything will roll from there. What isn't going to help you is we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience, slow growth, slow development, taking things step by step, moving between worlds, and integration. I've accumulated those. So anyway, but the concern is, and this is why you didn't feel like you were sort of you didn't feel like starting because you knew that this was going to be a very long road. Because if you did step through that door, if you did commit to that, then that's actually going to be a lot of steps, and you'll see that long road ahead of you, and you'll be like, man, I don't know if I have it in me to do that. But you were discontented. You were feeling like, I have to bring this joy through me and express it in the world, or just my will in the world where my joy is involved. And you're looking at this as like, I don't know if I have the energy to go through with all of this, but you don't have to do it all at once. That's the thing. It's basically, you are taking this step by step. You don't have to take all the steps at once. So what is going to help you with this? Because it just feels like, oh, it's so much, I don't even want to start. What the answer to that is start. The upper line is always the antidote to the lower line. And so what is going to help you in this moment where you're looking through this door at everything that you've always wanted, is just to take that first step. Once you're through, we have Raido, which is the rune of the journey, and this is the center rune of the entire spread. This is pinning the reading, so this is going to be the critical thing of the reading, is just have this be your journey. Riding is implied, the horse is implied, so you are basically letting your spirit carry you forward on this journey. But it's basically just basically, you're letting this carry you forward. You're moving forward with this journey. Keep moving forward. What is going to help you is, once you're doing this, you're going to feel like this is what you are here to do. We have Manas, which is the rune of humanity, and your part in it. It's basically like your note in the song. This is where you feel that greatest sense of belonging, where you know that you're doing the thing that you are here in the world to do, and that's what it's going to feel like. So what's going to keep you moving forward is just reminding yourself of that, and just reminding yourself that that's how it feels too, because that's really the big thing, is you're going to feel, yeah, I could do this. I can do this all day. This is what I'm here to do. What isn't going to help you is we have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate. There is a sense of worrying that you're being locked into this fate by doing that. It's sort of similar fear to being typecast kind of thing. It's like, this is what you're here to do. You know that this is something that you are here to be doing. However, it's not the only thing. And if there's other things you want to do, then you're totally allowed to do those as well. So it's not going to be your entire fate to do this. The other thing this is about in the lower line is worries about surprises, things being revealed. It's not even necessarily a negative surprise, but it's something that's going to throw you off. So there's a worry about that as well, because as you're going along, you think you can see the road clear enough, and you're just worried about something jumping out at you and going, hey, guess what? This is actually part of it as well. And you're like, no, but bring yourself back up to here. It's like, no, this is what I want to be doing. This is my note in the song, and I'm going to keep moving forward with this. And if something does jump out at me, that's part of it, and I'm just going to continue. And if this is something that people are a bit worried, that's like, oh, but I don't want to be locked in. Well, you don't have to be locked in. You can do what you want to do. This is just a thing that you wanted to do very, very much, to the point where you stepped through a big challenge door to do it. Your next rune on the path line is Nauthiz, and I think this is the rune set. Oh no, this one actually is. I think this is upright. Barely. It's my oak set, where the Nauthiz looks exactly the same, equal distance from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to read this as upright. As you move along, as you move forward on this, you're going to become very aware of what needs to be done. It's almost like you're honing. It's because the first time, it's that whole organic thing. Like when you start writing something, for example, you can't edit it as you write it, because, well, you can. But if you are the kind of writer that wants things to just flow, and you need to keep that flow in order to keep it going, you don't edit it while it's coming out, because that'll kill it. You want to make sure that it's coming out, like let it all come, and then work with it after it's out. So whether this is, you've done the main steps of this and you've reached the point where you now can edit, or whether you've done the main steps of this and you've begun your journey and you've pressed forward on your journey, and then you reach a point where you're like, okay, I don't have to be doing all of these things. I can hone this. I can basically make this, it's like, what do we really need to focus on this path? And then I can open things up. And even if this was a worry about, like, what if I'm locked in? Once you see what this entails, you're going to like streamline it. You're going to basically, what do I need for this? What is it that this needs? And then we can basically hone. I mean, I don't see count as reversed here, but it's like you can hone at this point. You're like really focused on what you need, making sure that you're taking care of needs as well. Like you could be just galloping forward doing this and then just forget that you needed to eat or, other things like that. And you're just like, oh, oops. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. What is going to help you the most is we have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This has to do with agreements, decisions, plans, and goals, and also one-on-one relationships for some of you, but interactions for some of you, but it's always an exchange, basically. And what I'm going to say based on this coming up here is if this is a situation where you've been just galloping forward and forgetting your needs, this is where you need to tend your needs. How do you make sure that you're always going to be taking care of this? Make yourself a plan. So give yourself a plan going forward so that you're not neglecting your needs. If this is a situation where you're honing it and you're basically like, I've been doing this for a while and now I know what I need to do and what I don't need to do, still make a plan. Like that's going to help you. Just basically say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we're getting all of this in order and making sure that this is going on, et cetera, et cetera. What isn't going to help you is we have the blank rune. I think this is actually, I'm just from what I'm picking up from this moment is it feels like you're worried about letting go of the things that you're going to hone away from, that you're basically, it's like you don't have to let everything go. Like nobody's forcing you to do that. If it makes you happy and gets you in the zone, absolutely, even if it's not something that is necessarily necessary for the process, it is if it's something that gets you there. So definitely you don't have to let go of things that you don't want to. However, it's also just, worries about, I'm also getting like this might be worries about having, suddenly you've got blanks in it, like you've got blank space in it and you're not sure how to fill those. The other way is just basically fears of the unknown moving forward. If you're doing something slightly different, then, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in a trackless sort of situation. Things were going so well. This is why you need a plan. So even if this starts to drag you down, bring yourself back up here to where we have a plan about what we're doing, whether this is like making sure that we're tending to our needs and eating occasionally, or whether this is, in a situation where you're letting go of some things that you didn't think were necessary for the process. Maybe part of the plan is just to let's see if that's true. Like, see if I do actually need these things. So let's, have that plan. Let's try doing it without these things. And if we can just go without them, then we can do without them. La, la, la. But basically tend your needs in this step. Tend to your needs, basically. Make sure that you have everything you need at this point. What this is all going to lead you to is we have nauthiz-reversed. Nauthiz is the rune of communication and manifestation and expression. This is why I said this is based on this. I would have expected this to be upright in the final rune of this particular spread, but based on this makes sense. Because if you were in a situation where, again, you were just galloping forward and you were forgetting to take care of your needs, while you were doing that, and you then say, okay, wait a minute, I can't be doing that. I need to take care of these things. And you made a plan. At this point, you have better inner communication with yourself. You have better interaction with your within. And so going forward, you will have that interaction going on. You'll be able to keep that communication open so that as you move forward, you're not going to be neglecting anything anything that needs to be not lit. How do I put this without several negatives? You'll be more aware of how to carry forward, incorporating everything in the process that you need to incorporate and not letting things go that ought to be kept up on. So that, card number 1, people, is your reading for what do we need to know the most right now. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 2, people. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to turn, actually, I'm just going to check a thing. Okay, I'm going to turn the card and we're going to see. So it's for the 4 of Swords. So for you, this is basically your nudge to have some rest. Basically, you need to just take a moment or several and step away from things and recover and recuperate and get some well-needed rest because, goodness, you got to do it. You may feel like, all the things out there that you need to take care of, but yes, that could be upright too, and it would mean pretty much the same thing in this context, but it's even more in this case, going to be meaning something quite different. There's blank. Yes, that's important. Card number 2, people. Goodness gracious. Okay, that one's upright. Jiminy Cricket. That is reversed. This rune is almost equal upright as reversed, but it isn't. It's actually this is reversed. It is, right? I looked. Yeah, reversed. Almost every rune in this spread is reversed except for this one. Oh, and this one. Oops, tiddlywink. And this one, but this one doesn't have a reversal. So, and this one. Majority of the runes in this spread are reversed. So you are definitely turning inward. You're definitely taking a break. You're definitely allowing yourself rest. Or if you're not, then this is a strong message for you to allow yourself some rest. Central issue here, we have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. Reversed, it's basically find home within. It's letting go of things that no longer serve you. It is stepping outside of your comfort zone, but mostly what I'm seeing this is in regards to this and the rest of this. It's mostly the first 2 things, which is basically find home within, turn inward, seek your inner home, and let go of things that no longer serve you. Definitely turn inward to that inner home. Leading up to this, something's actually stopped you. Like, I think this is the thing, is like when you push yourself, if you don't let yourself rest, your body will say, you're resting now. It's going to be a point where it's going to make that decision for you and you won't have a say in it. So there is something that recently has stopped you. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. This is the rune of standstill, stillness. It's just basically, it's a dead stop. So you needed to, at this point, now heed that and take some time. I know you don't think you have any, but it's going to be not your choice at this point if you're not very careful. To turn inward, find your home within, your inner sense of home, and let go of things that are not serving you. What is going to help you with that is that as you do this, all the things that you needed to learn about yourself that you'd been sort of trying to outrun will finally catch up with you, and you will go, oh yeah, about me, these things that I didn't acknowledge before, and now, oh my gosh, this was always the case about me. I need to know this. This is extremely important for me to know going forward these things about myself. This is Pertho, it's the rune of the lot box. It's reversed on the upper line, so it's inner. So we're having things revealed about ourselves that were always the case, but that we maybe hadn't acknowledged or realized. What isn't going to help you is we have Manaz reversed. Manaz is the rune of humanity and your part in it. It is reversed on the lower line, so it's really a worry about that. First thing, you're basically, because of what stopped you, this basically is the thing that stopped you. You're feeling like you're being forced. First of all, you're feeling like you're being forced to turn away from humanity and your part in it. You're also worried about abandoning your post, so to speak. You're sort of worried about turning away from what you feel is, your responsibility in the world. Just feeling like, worried people are going to think you're absent. People are going to think you're shirking. I don't know, any of those things where they feel like, where is that person? Well, too bad, because you need to rest. That's much more important, and you're not going to be able to be your full self until you let yourself rest. So this is extremely important. Bring yourself back up to this. It's like once you do this, then it's like if you don't let your computer update. That's basically what's been happening. Because look at this. Pertho reversed, this is inner, so it's basically the things about you that you didn't realize finally you'll become aware of them, and it's something that's going to be extremely important for you. So it really is like if you don't let your computer update for a long time, and then it's like, no, we're updating, and then things will run better. So that's basically what we're dealing with at this point. First of all, rest. Second of all, tap into your inner home, like go home inwardly, and then you'll be able to update properly. Your central rune in the entire spread, what's pinning this reading, is the blank rune. So it really is, I want to say reset, but it's kind of like yeah, it's kind of like you turn it off and then turn it back on for yourself, because that's what you need. You need to do that. This is extremely important. So this is sort of your, I can't do the old Apple starting up sound, but that's the sound I'm thinking of. So if you know what that is, put it in your head, because that's what it is. This is what it's going to be about. You're basically allowing yourself to turn yourself off and then turn yourself back on again. What's going to help you with that is you're going to feel very good about this. This is something that is going to make you feel like you can handle things again. Like this, even if you felt like you couldn't before, this is going to help you feel like you can again. This is like, oh yeah, this is a thing I needed to do, and I've done this now, and I'm doing this now, and I feel really good about it. This is something that you'd been sort of putting off. With nauthiz-reversed, nauthiz is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and reversed, it's inner, so it's inner protection, inner support, being able to stand up and support yourself, which is what you're doing in this case. You're supporting yourself by allowing yourself to rest. And look at this, like, what the thing. So there we go. So you're basically supporting yourself by allowing yourself to rest. And that's really important, and you're going to feel good about that. What isn't going to help is it's the same as this. It's like, oh, here's you going, oh my gosh, but I'm abandoning people. People are going to get mad at me. Here's you worried about your journey forward. This is part of your journey forward. Don't yell at yourself for allowing yourself to rest, because this is basically, it's part of your journey. Part of your journey is allowing yourself to replenish and reset and reboot. And this is what's going to help you get your internal updates and learn about yourself, things that you didn't realize before. And allowing yourself to do this is going to make you feel like you're able to support yourself in a better way and protect yourself. And that's really important. And you're going to really feel that. So if you're worried about the journey forward, remind yourself that this is part of the journey forward, and you're going to feel good about doing this. And you're going to see this reset happening, like this replenishment and this rejuvenation as you allow yourself to rest. And shortly after this, you will have that rush in of sense of abundance, of a sense of nourishment, of finally being focused in the present moment and not worrying about this thing hanging over you or about what you've been dragging with you. We have Yira, which is the end of the harvest, and also time. You're going to come out of this with a lot. Like, this is something that is going to help you not only in terms of refreshing yourself and rejuvenating yourself, but you're going to have things almost like in hand as you come out of this, going, okay, now I have more resources inwardly than I had before. I feel like I'm ready to move forward, nourished and replenished and more focused than ever before. What's going to help you with that is make sure that you're taking care of your deep inner needs, but also wherever you have discovered from doing this that there is an emergency that needs to be tended to, take care of that immediately. And this was an emergency. It stopped you. You've been stopped. This is like the world saying, you got to do this, or the universe, or whatever. So we have nauthiz-reversed. Nauthiz is the rune of need. It always means tend to your needs. When it's reversed, it means drop everything and tend to your needs. It also means tend to your inner needs. So make sure that that's going on. And this is almost like a reminder. It's like you got to this point, and now you're feeling, once you get to this point, which is 2 steps off from now, and you're going to feel replenished, and you're going to feel refreshed, you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this, that whenever, instead of letting things go and instead of letting things accumulate and basically, you know, letting keep hitting delay on that updates window, just to take care of things immediately. As soon as they come up, it's like, okay, I got to take care of this immediately. What isn't going to help you is we have Tivaz. Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god, and he does have to do with taking care of duties and responsibilities. So you're worried about doing that. It's upright in the lower line. That's always a worry about that thing. So you're worried about, you know, not only taking, I mean, it's almost contradictory, but it's not, because this is what you've just been through, the taking care of the inner needs and dropping everything and dealing with this. And I think given the line here, this is a continuation of these worries. Like, oh my gosh, they're going to think I abandoned them. Oh my gosh, what about my journey forward? And oh my gosh, my responsibilities and my duties. And you're sort of worried about, it's like, now do I have to rush around and do that? It's like, just, they will be there for you. You just have to take care of your inner needs first and triage everything that, you know what needs to be done in what order. And this will be taken care of. These things will be taken care of. And what this is all leading up to is we have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. This has to do with beginnings and birth. And it's almost like you are starting really, 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 really fresh. And I'm not saying like newborn. I'm going to say like seed. So this is like you've reset yourself to the point where you are really, really starting from new, from before new. And maybe there was a beginning that you had begun before that you'd worn yourself out with. And maybe this is where you're going to say, okay, maybe I'm going to back burner that because that was not helping me, and really reconsider that. Like bring that back inside into your incubation space and go, let's think about this thing that I had begun that wore me out. Because let's reconsider that. If we can all move forward together, if I can move forward with this as a new beginning, but make it include all of these things, it's like back to the drawing board, basically. But it's good because it's like when you do start again, it'll be so much more integrated and more healthy for you. So that, card number 2, people, is your reading for what do we need to know right now. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 3, people. I'm just going to check my screen. Okay, card number 3, people. Let's get started. I'm going to turn this card, and we have the sun. So, card number 3, people. Wow, that's really exciting. So either you are in a situation right now where you are very much in connection with your source energy, very much in connection with the joy and the excitement and things of just being in the sun, which is a very, very positive card, or you are seeking this, or you're in a situation where the sun is really bearing down on you and you're feeling like that's a lot. So let's get some runes down to clarify, because I'm not going to base this all on one card. So... Ooh. Now, I mixed these. Card number 1 had that as its central issue. Is that reversed? Yes. Card number 1 had this as its central issue. And it was a completely different context based on that. But this is really neat. I like this. But I think I can basically say the time is now for whatever it is that you were planning on doing. And so very good. Step into it. Ooh. Wow. Okay, and one more. Very neat reading. Card number 3, people. Your central issue is nauthiz-reversed, which is the rune of the challenge. It's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is upright, so the door is open in front of you. Leading up to this, we have nauthiz-reversed. Nauthiz is the rune of need. It always means tend to your needs, but when it's reversed, it means drop everything and tend your needs. It also means tend to your inner needs. So you've had a situation where you really had to drop everything and say, okay, I need to take care of this thing. I need to, whatever this is that we're dealing with here, I got to do it now. Like, this is like, you got to do it. Take care of those needs. But now we're facing a challenge, and it's not a hard challenge, but it is one you're going to have to psych yourself up for. It's basically, it's a challenge, but it's a challenge like, take a deep breath and step through the door. The thing that is going to be the thing to do is to start this thing. So step through. What's going to help you is be open to this. Open up, expand your vision. We have Kaunaz, which is the rune of the torch or the fire. It starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but it's basically opening up. It's expanding. Expand into this, basically. And the sun is here for you. I don't see Sovilo here, but the sun is here for you. So the light is there for you, that will show you everything you need to see. So open up your eyes, shine your torch, shine your light, and basically expand your field of vision, because that's going to help you see as you step through the door. You'll be able to see everything very, very clearly. But this is basically like the time is now. Do whatever it is that is the open door in front of you, step through now. What isn't going to help you, and this is fascinating because these two were exactly in the same place in the first reading I did in this session. What is not going to help you? We have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This is patience, slow growth, slow development, step by step, taking things, integrating things, and moving between worlds. So you knew you had this need that you had to take care of. And now you're like, okay, we're going to step through the door and do this, but you see through the door that it's a long road. That is daunting. But you don't have to take all the steps at once. Like, that's the thing. People say, oh, it's like if you're going to, it's like, oh, I want to be a doctor, but it's such a long time. It's like the time is going to pass anyway. So you may as well be on the road when it does. It's like, use your time. So, but it's daunting because you're going to look through this door and you're going to see this long road and you're going to be like, that's a lot. And I don't really know if I have the energy to do that. But the sun is with you. So, and you know this is a need that you absolutely need to take care of. Even if it's just an inner need, not just, but like even if it's an inner need, not an emergency, this is something you need to deal with. This is something you need to take care of. So try not to be daunted by the length of the road, because this is your road and you will take it step by step. You don't have to take all the steps at once. Bring yourself back up to where you are expanding your field of vision, where you're shining your light on the road. And it's like that, I think it's Dr. O, was it Dr. O who had that quote about, it's like driving at night where you can only see what little bit your headlights are showing in the dark, but you can make the whole trip that way. And that's basically what this is. It's like, yes, even if you can only see a few steps ahead, take those steps. You will then be able to see the next steps. So you don't have to take them all at once. And the sun is with you. I keep having to stress this because the sun is like the big source energy that is like, now is the time to do this. So step through that door. Next step on the path line, and the rune that is pinning the entire reading, the center point of the entire reading, very critical, is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Freya, and Freya is the fertility god. So this has to do with active creation, and that's what this is going to be about. And that's probably why it was so daunting, is because you knew this was something you were going to be taking in hand and working with and shaping it into what you need it to be. But that's what this is all going to be about, because you need this, and you need to be doing this, and you need to be the one who does this. Nobody can do this for you. So what is going to help you with this is confidence, and knowing your inner worth. We have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. This is reversed on the upper line, so it's inner worth. So it's confidence, it's self-esteem, it's knowing your value, and taking care of the things internally that, as long as you take care of them, will keep your life feeling rich and worthy. But mostly I'm just like, be confident with this. Like, you know what you need to do. The sun is with you. This is going to be like, that's like if there's a one mantra for this reading, it's the sun is with you. Whatever you want to go forward with, this is what's accompanying you, is your source energy coming with you. But yeah, be confident with this. You are worthy. This is worthy, what you are doing, and just take it in hand. Work on that. Be actively creative. Don't just let things happen on their own anymore. Just basically, you got to do it. Pick it up, do it. What isn't going to help is we have Raidho. Raidho is the rune of the journey. I'm going to read this a couple ways. It's in the lower line. It's upright, and it's a positive rune, so it's a worry about that thing. You are worried about your journey forward. This is your journey forward, and you are worried about it. So, and it's also like maybe you were worried about the journey that you left behind when you stepped through the door, which is no longer your journey. Like, as soon as you step through the door, you are continuing on your journey. This is the way it works. So this is part of your journey. Can you rejoin your old journey later? Perhaps. I don't see it on this path, but it won't be the same journey that it used to be, because you are stepping through the door and working on the things. So if you start to worry about your journey, bring yourself back up to Fehu reversed and remind yourself that you are worthy of this. You are of great value, and you can be confident in yourself that you can do this. Your next step on the path line, we have Pertho reversed. Things will finally be revealed. It's get to the point where it's like when you decorate the house and then you go outside and you turn the lights on and it's this big reveal. So all of this work that you have done, this is the point where you go, okay, let's turn the lights on and get the big reveal. And it will be revealed. Things will be revealed. Things will start to be revealed anyway once you've worked on things for a while, and then things will come to light. The things that come to light were the things that were always the case. Whatever's in the lot box was already in the lot box. So when it opens, it will be a surprise to you, but it was always there. So that's basically where you'll be at after this center pinning step, where you're working very hard directly on the things. What is going to help you at that point is fruits of your labors, basically. You'll see the revelation, and then you'll be like, this is the fruits of my labors, and it will nourish you, and it will bring you into focusing on the present moment, and you will feel a sense of satisfaction and completion, and a great sense of abundance. So we have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, and also time, and that's what's going to help you. You'll have that big reveal, and it'll be like, yeah, that's good. I did well. What isn't going to help you is we have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This is agreements, decisions, plans, and goals. It's in the lower line. It's a worry about those things. It's also a worry about obligations, which again, long road, worries about the journey, and worries about your obligations. And it's not obligations, because, well, it is. But if you want to think of it that way, but I wouldn't think of it that way, because it's something that you did joyously with the sun with you, and now you are harvesting that. You're harvesting the fruits of your labors. You are feeling nourished. You are feeling abundant, and that you are in the right time, and that now is the time, and that it's just very good. You've done it. Completion. Very, very good. The last rune in this particular spread is nauthiz-reversed. Nauthiz is Tears rune. Tears, the warrior god. So I'm going to read this a few ways. First of all, you can lay down your sword. You don't have to push anymore. You've done what you needed to do. It's good. You can be calm. Also, take care of duties and responsibilities pertaining to yourself at this point, because this was all for that, but now you're like, okay, now we're going to turn that inward. We're going to, Tyr, warrior god. Yeah, I mentioned that. He's about taking care of things that need to be taken care of. And you're basically going to turn that inward. You're going to be like, okay, now what do I need to do for myself? Which this was also. But this is very much, I really see it's like, okay, now I'm done. I can lay my sword down. I can move forward in other ways, but this needed to be done. Absolutely 100% needed to be done. You stepped through the door, you did the thing, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. I did it. So that card number 3, people, is your reading for what do I need to know the most right now. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, card number 4, people. So let's get started with a card from the Lepus Tarot. Let's give it a turn. And we have the 4 of Cups. So you may be feeling right now that there's nothing new under the sun, and that you've exhausted all of your options, and you're feeling a bit stagnant, and you're feeling like a little bit discontented, but something is coming. Something you hadn't realized was still an option, and it is being delivered to you in the spectral hand of fate. But anyway, it's on its way. Let's get some runes down and clarify. Ooh, we just had that one in the previous. Well, they're all going to show up in the previous readings. It's only 25 of them. Get the whole reading out, and then we will go from there. There's Laguz. I hadn't seen Laguz today yet, so that's kind of nice to see. Ooh. I've seen Thurizaz a couple times, and I haven't seen it reversed, so that's pretty exciting, especially in the middle like that. Very cool. This is going to be a very interesting reading, card number 4, people. Last rune. Nice. Right. Central issue, card number 4, people. We have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god. This has to do with active creation. So you're in a situation where you are really wanting to take things in hand. It's like you've had everything, everything's around, and you're sort of not sure. It doesn't feel like complete, and that's why this is happening. It's like once this arrives, you're going to be like, I'm going to now take things in hand. Or right now you're maybe you're worried about things. You're trying to make things fit a certain frame, and it's not. And that's why you're feeling like that. But there is something coming that's going to bring the whole room together. It's going to tie the whole room together. Leading up to this, we have Fehu. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. You do feel worthy of it. And that's why it's so frustrating that you don't see that last thing that's coming. it's cattle, so it's not money per se, not in the Elder Futhark yet. It doesn't become money until the younger. And it's basically the wealth that you tend. So it's whatever it is that whenever you take care of it, makes your life rich. And you know about this, and you've been doing that. And that's, you're feeling like, okay, we have that. These are the cattle that you've been taking care of. And that's good, but now you're in a situation, it's like, there's a missing piece that I'm waiting for before I can take things in hand and really shape things, because right now this is stagnant. What is going to help you? We have Tivaz, which is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god. He does have to do with driving forward on making things a quest and like that kind of thing, but he does also have to do with taking care of duties and responsibilities. So taking care of the things that need to be taken care of. That's one of the things you can do while we're waiting. It's like that Mr. Rogers song. Let's think of something to do while we're waiting. And it's like, we're just going to take care of things. And while you're doing that, suddenly you'll realize there's an extra cup. And that's good. But yeah, just work on it. And if this happens, if this comes up as this has happened, and you are just realizing that this is being offered to you and being brought to you, then you're like, now I can pick up and work on this. Now I can work on whatever this is that I want to shape. What isn't going to help you? We have Laguz, which is the rune of the water. It has to do with emotion, intuition, heart, and flow. And this is sort of leading from this. It's like, this is what you had. This was your herd. This was your cattle that you were taking care of. And you want to just keep, there's a momentum thing happening. There's a habit thing happening where you just feel like, I'm just going to keep going with that flow. And also just surging of emotions. You may feel like you're still emotional over the fact that look at this rabbit's face, very worried, just very troubled. And just, the emotions are surging because you're just worried about that. But you may be so upheavally with that you won't notice this until a little bit later than you probably ought to have. So that can actually keep you from noticing that, because you're sort of just going along. I wish there was something missing I wish there was something that I feel like is missing that was now in my hand. And then you'll miss that it's being offered to you. And so that's going to drag you down. Bring yourself back up to this. It's like, be working on things, and just in the I want to say flow, because that's your flow, but in the process of doing what needs to be done and carrying forward, feeling relatively having faith that something will come if it is for you, and this is for you, and it is coming. Just keep working on it, almost as if this is there already, even if you don't know what it is. But just keep working for it, and this will gently flow itself into your life once it arrives. It's like that dance in the SCA. I don't know if anybody here is in the SCA. There was a dance called Hole in the Wall, and the fun of Hole in the Wall and why the musicians hate it so much is because people want it to go on forever, because the fun thing you can do is there's a gap in the dance, and if you time it right, you can slip in and steal somebody else's partner, like effortlessly, with perfect flow and time with the music, and it's a riot. And so, but that's sort of what it is. It's like, I'm just going to do the dance. I'm just going to pick it up and take care of things, and then this is going to slip in, and then you will have 4 cups, which is great. Your central rune of the entire reading, the next step on the path line, and what is pinning the entire reading is this. It's like juggling, okay? So you get those really cool jugglers, and then somebody throws them another ball and they incorporate it. This is what's going to happen. It's like, okay, you're going along, you're doing the thing, and then there's another cup. This is a hard challenge, but it's your life's challenge. It's basically, it's worthy of your entire focus. And this is what you were waiting for anyway. This was what you were discontented about. We have nauthiz-reversed. Nauthiz is it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It's reversed on the path line in the pinning everything in the middle spot. So it's a challenge, but it's also a challenge that feels almost impossible. It's a thorn wall, but it is your challenge and you are embracing it. It is on your path, and this is what you wished for. And this is the thing. So it is your challenge. You are embracing it, and that's the best thing you can do. And it's like, if this is my life's challenge, so be it, because this is what I'm here for. This is what I really, really wanted. What is going to help you is let the revelations happen. Let the things that are being revealed reveal themselves. Let the surprises happen. We have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate. Whatever's in the lot box was already in the lot box, so when it opens, it'll be a surprise to you, but it's something that was always the case. So, I mean, this could be basically that. It's like, okay, now we have this, and this is something we wanted, and so here it is in the box. You've unboxed it, and that's going to help you with this challenge, which is your life's challenge that you were worried about because you thought you only had 3 cups. But that's basically great. It's like, all right, now we've unboxed, we're going to move forward, and this is our life's challenge. What isn't going to help is you don't have a procedure for this. You don't have instructions. You don't have a map. And this is something you have never worked with before in your life. So it's brand new and it's freaking you out. There's a level on which, even though you wished for it, it's here now, and it's like the reality of it. And it's just like, I don't know, I don't have a map for this moment. And so that can drag you down if you let it, but you were already taking care of the things that needed to be taken care of. And this came in right on the hole in the wall moment. And so you've incorporated it and you're juggling it now, and it's tricky, but it's awesome. It's like you really feel alive again, like the sun has come out again for this. Okay, I don't see the sun anywhere, but in terms of now everything that you were worried about, it means something because of this extra bit of note of harmony that's come in and brought meaning. So it's really exciting, and it's just like that new thing that is just enlivened everything. Your next step on the path line, we have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. Reversed, I usually read it 3 ways immediately. 1, letting go of things that no longer serve you. 2, stepping outside of your comfort zone, which I think applies the best. And 3, finding home within. I'm really going to stick with read number 2 on this because it's really, you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, but you are also letting things fall away that you no longer need to carry with you. So I don't think you're going to be leaving. I don't think you're going to be losing any of these of your cattle cups, but you are going to be letting things fall by the wayside that maybe you were using to fill that hole before, and just going forward with what is keeping you excited and energized and alive, alive in terms of like feeling alive. What is going to help you with that is just a new beginning. Like just enjoy this, embrace your new beginning. And this new beginning is like, you don't need the things that you're letting go of. You really don't. And you don't have time for them anyway. So it's just basically just the things that are making you feel very alive. Even though it's outside of your comfort zone, this is the new beginning. And this is like, you're definitely excited about it. What isn't going to help you? We have Uruz reversed. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength, health, and stubbornness in the lower line. I'm going to read this a few ways. First of all, a very positive rune in the negative spot. It has to do with a worry about that thing. So you are worried about your strength. You're worried about, your solidity. You're worried about, that do you have the strength to move forward with this? What also won't help is, in terms of its stubbornness aspect, is resisting. Because, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, and nobody likes change, really. Like, everybody's resistant to change initially, with very few exceptions. So there is a sense of resistance that you're still carrying forward from this feeling of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a map for this. I don't have a procedure for this. And you may feel tempted to dig in and just like, nope, not moving forward because I don't know what I'm doing. But you're learning it itself is teaching you what to do. Doing it is teaching you what to do. So you need to just, in this spot, step outside of that comfort zone. If you need comfort, find it inside yourself, and also just let go of the things that are no longer serving you because you're focusing on this new beginning. And that's the best thing. What this is all going to lead you to is we have Ansuz, which is the rune of communication and manifestation and expression. It is, coming out of this, you are able to manifest in the world. You are able to express yourself in the world and to basically sing into the world what you've been working on. And this is a new thing. It's a new light that's coming in because of this new note in your song that you've incorporated that has arrived and you've unboxed it, and it's your new challenge, but it's like wonderful. And by the time you get to this point, once you've let go of what no longer serves you, once you've stepped outside of your comfort zone and gotten comfortable with this and actually been, had this new beginning, you're going to just be singing about it. You're going to be a living expression of this new harmonic in the world. So that, very exciting, that card number 4, people, is your reading for what do we need to know the most right now. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.